Hi there, my name is Adwoa, and thank you so much for joining us for today's video. Stress is around us everywhere. It comes from all directions, and it pretty much feels non-stop. And I'm not here to talk to you about how to remove the stressors from your life, because I'm not even sure that can happen. But I do want to talk to you today about 3 really intelligent ways that you can handle the stresses that are coming at you from all angles a lot better. And these are tactics and tips that are coming from researchers and scientists in the field of psychology. So I really want to share them with you today. So I hope you enjoy it. One of the most important things to think about is your mindset around stress, really how you approach stress. So we think about things like stress as if they're negative, horrible, terrible things, but did you ever think about stress as being a potential motivator? Did you ever think about shifting your mindset around stress to say, stress isn't necessarily harmful for my health, it's how I handle it that can be harmful to my health? And that's the mindset shift I want us to talk about first. I want you to think differently about stress. I want you to think about stress as something that is going to come, it is going to occur. So it's not this horrible, terrible thing. It's something that happens and it's natural. I like to think of it as maybe it's like a cut, right? But the cut doesn't mean you have to bleed to death. Maybe it's a cut that needs some alcohol, some hydrogen peroxide, a Band-Aid, and before you know it, the cut is healed. Maybe that's how we think about stress. And then in the meantime, you learned, ooh, let me not do that again, because last time I did that, I got cut. Maybe stress is like that. Maybe stress is really more like that wound that needs healing that we can learn from. Now, in addition to changing your mindset around stress, I also want you to do a few more tactical things. So positive psychology researcher Michelle Ghislaine had some really cool advice for us. And I read this and was like, oh my goodness, I absolutely need to do this. She pointed out that when people read some negative news or see negative news first thing in the morning, they're 27 times as likely to say that they've had a really bad day 6 to 8 hours later, compared to a person who did not have any exposure to any negative news in the morning. So I thought about my news feed, which I get on my Apple Watch, and it pings when CNN is telling me something, or the Post is telling me something, or the Times is telling me something. And I thought about how many times I was in the middle of work, got that ping, looked at my watch, and something I read made me have a reaction that distracted me. I did become immediately more stressed. So something as tactical as turning off those alerts on your phone or your Apple Watch, and really just giving yourself dedicated times of the day to catch up on what's happening in the world around you, because there is so much happening in the world around us right now, that in and of itself can help to reduce the amount of negative stress that you have throughout your day. So there you go. And the last one is my personal favorite, to be completely honest, and that is about control. So a lot of times we get stressed about things and we often feel like we don't have control over it, mostly because our brains are used to kind of swirling around in the situation as opposed to finding a solution out of the situation. And I like solutions, right? When I have problems, I really like to find solutions. So that's why this resonates with me. But I want to talk to you about the solutions that you can start to initiate when you feel stressed. Every time you're faced with a situation, action needs to occur. So when we are faced with a situation that's stressing us, or information that's stressing us, it's okay to take a moment to absorb and process and maybe even grieve or mourn whatever the change is that's happening, or the stressor is that's happening. But then you've got to come out of that and go, now what? What is the smallest movement forward that I can take to start to deal with this stress, start to react to it in a more positive way? What is it? Now what? Now what do I do? At work, we can get things done to us. There's a new process, there's a new policy that's changing our world. Maybe it's changing our childcare situation. Maybe it's changing the responsibilities of our job, and now we're so stressed. Maybe we now have a new boss and we're so stressed. But it's happening. So now what? Now what is that movement I can make? Now do I need to start researching new childcare options? Now do I need to start learning a little bit more about this new boss? Maybe I can start by researching this new boss and reaching out to people and welcoming this new boss. Do I need to start learning a new skill? Maybe I can start to research what it is that this new skill is that I'm going to need to learn so that I can be more comfortable with the new job responsibilities I'm supposed to have. Take a step forward so that you can move out of the process of swirling around in your stress and move into the process of using your stress as a motivator. So if you're digging the content I shared today, here's what you do. You like it and you share it. It's all about giving you practical tips on how you can deal more effectively with the stress that inevitably will come your way. So you never know how something like this is really going to positively impact somebody that you know and care about, so share away. And if you feel like you could use a little bit more of what I'm sharing, then head over to the site that's listed right here and sign up for our email updates. That way you never miss out the next time I drop a video just like this one, because I only drop it into the email inboxes of my email subscribers. Organizations big and small all over the world and in every industry could use that unique gift that only you bring. So go out into the world today and act with conviction, be courageous, and live joyfully every single day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I cannot wait to see you again at our very next video.